So there's actually a science as well as an art to constructing a cooperative project between management and unions. There are some things that, if you do them, make it much more likely that cooperation will start on a good footing, but also continue and be successful. So the first thing that's important is to actually frame the issues around which you're planning to cooperate. What are the things that are of importance to unions and management, and of course the workers that we're talking about? And where they're of mutual interest, obviously it's easier to talk about cooperation because everybody is seeking to address those issues. The next thing that's important is thinking about how do you motivate people to actually get involved in a cooperative project. And sometimes that means thinking about, what the workplace climate is at the time, whether there are things that are getting in the way of cooperation, maybe spending some time thinking about building better relationships, thinking about how to resolve outstanding issues that might make people reluctant to cooperate. The third issue is about sharing information. It's really important that people understand what sort of topics you're talking about, what sort of information is necessary to properly get involved in a project and really fully participate. People feeling that that information is being shared with some openness, which might build over time, but at the beginning you need to say what you're in it for and what it's all about to you. The fourth thing really is about thinking about skills. While we often think how much we'd like to do it, cooperation actually is not that easy to do, particularly if you've had a bit of a history of working in a more adversarial way. It actually takes some development of new skills in order to be able to work in a process that's more cooperative, that you are good at listening, at providing feedback, at working together, keeping good records about what you've discussed, about communication. All those things involve some building of skills. The fifth thing is about clarifying roles. So who is doing what in the project and what are they responsible for? And that's not just individuals or the two parties, it's also roles where you do things jointly. So often workplaces, of course, already have a consultative committee in place or an occupational health and safety committee in place. But if this is going to be a new project, what role are those different individuals and groups going to play in the project? And the last one is about building trust, and this one's definitely something that happens over time. And the way in which you build trust is demonstrating through what you say and what you do that you're actually going to stick to your word, that you're going to be honest and transparent, and that you're, even when difficulties arise, that you're committed to the project being successful. So I guess there's a number of things that you would like to have in place if you're going to construct a cooperative project. Interestingly, of course, mental health and looking after the mental health of workers is a fantastic place to start a cooperative project because everybody agrees it's incredibly important and it's important to everybody at the workplace.